have a cookie?
Only joking. It's me. New week, new bedding, new hat, some form of capuchin monkey, I believe, and another chapter. Flammy home. I wasn't going to do another one, but I've realised I'm actually quite interested in what happens next in the story. Not just to entertain you. No, during your holidays, you should be having fun, entertaining yourselves, not relying on me. Only kidding. Anyway, chapter 27. The next night, almost as soon as Mum had gone to work, Tiber took the keys and went to open the front door. "Where are you going?" I asked him. "I've got to get out, Lulu," he said. "I feel trapped in here. I'll make sure I'm back before she is. She'll never know." "You won't say anything, will you?" All day, Mum and Tiber hadn't spoken to each other properly. They'd fall silent if the other came into the room. They wouldn't even look at one another. It was as though they didn't even exist for each other anymore. There was a thick silence, a tension strung across the air before they started talking to me in over-loud voices about nothing important. "Just make sure you're back before she is," I said, and be careful," remembering why Mum had shouted the night before. Part of me didn't want Tiber to leave, but then with him out, I could go out and see the old man again, unnoticed too. I wanted to go. Partly because I hadn't asked all the questions I had for him, but also because he still needed help. I remembered the rotting smells in the kitchen, the encrusted plates piled up. No one ever visited him. I wondered if he was lonely sitting in his funny sitting room with all those things he'd collected for company. As soon as Tiber had disappeared down the street, hands in pockets, head down as though he was worried that Mum might jump out at him, I left too. I found a way to stop the door from locking when I closed it by twisting a little button. I tested it out a few times to make sure that it worked and then slipped across the old man's front door. "Hello?" I called through the letterbox. "It's me, it's Lilo." I didn't even know his name and I'd never told him mine, but surely he'd recognise my voice. I could see Dog running up and down the hallway. He pressed his wet nose to my fingers, which were peeking through the letterbox, saying hello. Behind him, the old man was walking towards the door. Come in, he said a little impatiently when he opened it, and he hurried back to his sitting room with Dog following, tail held high. The room seemed even more chaotic than before. There were so many piles on the floor there was hardly anywhere to stand. I tiptoed round the edge and perched on a little stool that I'd spotted amidst the piles. "I'm trying something. I'm trying sums and things," the old man said. "You're trying to fly?" I asked. "Well, yes, that's the wonder. And this might be the right mix of stuff. This could be it. Do you want to stay? It might not work." "Yes," I said, and then, "Don't mind if it doesn't work. One of my teachers at school says that mistakes are magic. They help you learn." Miss Doyle was always saying that. And though at first I hadn't understood what she meant, now I was getting the hang of it. If I got something wrong, Mrs. Doyle and I would work out what it was that I didn't understand, and that helped me to remember the right way for the next time. Very important. "Okay," said the old man. "Here we go." He gathered the neat piles of things. Sticks covered in light green fuzz, moss, dried out leaves, pine cones, walnuts, into one big mess. And then, kneeling down because there was so much of it, he brought his arms around it all and started whispering. He spoke so quietly that I couldn't make out what he was saying. They were disjointed half words that I could not decipher. The mass of things twitched, vibrated, and then, like the ball of moss on the night of the storm, started to shake more violently. The old man struggled to keep his arms around it. He held on desperately, as though he was struggling in his embrace like a squirming creature that was trying to escape, and then a look came over him in a wave, one of total tranquility. His whole face relaxed. It didn't seem like anything was happening, but when I looked at his feet, I saw in between them and the floor the smallest of gaps. He was floating above the carpet, just by a whisker. If I hadn't looked closely, I wouldn't have seen it. I looked away, and then back again, unable to believe that what I was seeing was true. And then, like a helium balloon released into the air, the old man began to float upwards. Not just a little, he rose further and further off the floor. He rose past my nose, so I had to tilt my head upwards to look at him. and then further still. Up, up he went as he held that mass of things in his hands. He laughed as he rose. It made me think Dad laughing, like it couldn't be contained, laughter that made you feel brighter. I heard myself laughing out loud too, just like Dad, astonished, bewildered and amazed. I was light with excitement, as though I too was rising upwards like a stream of bubbles that played into the air. When he'd almost reached the ceiling, the old man let go of the bundle of stuff and then, very suddenly, he dropped to the floor with a loud thud, disturbing a pile of boxes and causing a tower of jars to topple and crash around him. It was the same crashing sound I'd heard the previous evening. I ran to his side once more. Are you all right? I said urgently. Can you hear me? He was muttering something, and I had to bring my ear close to the floor to hear what he was saying. Did you see me? Did you see me fly? Yes, I did, I said. You did it. You flew for a little bit anyway. I just can't make it last for a song. There's something up with the mix of wonders. I'm missing something. Are you hurt? Can you get up? I'm all right, he said, a little impatiently, but he looked very white. Maybe you shouldn't try to fly again unless I'm here to help in case you hurt yourself. Maybe, the old man said, maybe. What do you think you're missing from the mix? Do you want me to help you to find it? I asked. He didn't answer at first, but looked like he was thinking hard about something. And then he said, yes, please. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do it and find it on my own, Sam, and then it might be too late. Tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock. OK. I hesitated over what to call him. What's your name? I'm Lilu. Lilu, he said as though he'd always known what I was called. My name's the same as it was before. What was he before then? Bo, he said. My name's Bo. Interesting name. I actually once knew somebody called Bo, but it wasn't his real name, it was his nickname. His real name was Paul. Anyway, that's by the by. I hope you enjoyed that chapter. I'm going to continue reading some with new hats and new things and other things to say, and maybe some ideas what to do during Easter, or even just tell you what I'm up to. But remember, stay safe, stay happy, stay curious, and stay... you. Goodbye.